darkness is consuming me! There is no escape from this nightmare! You are witness to my new beginning.
Arjun and his friends are back in their living room, watching a routine news broadcast. Traffic reports and weather updates fill the air. For a few seconds, the nightmare of the game feels like a distant memory. Then, the television cuts to a dead black screen. This is a false dawn. By re-establishing a completely ordinary baseline, the narrative lowers the audience's defenses. We are conditioned to believe that once the characters are home, the rules of the horror genre no longer apply. That belief evaporates when Kabir notices a second disc on the floor. It is identical to the first, with the same lack of branding, only this time, red handwriting on the surface reads, "No respawn 2." Psychological horror relies on this destruction of the domestic. When the sanctuary of the home is violated by a familiar threat, the sense of safety isn't just interrupted, it's proven to be an illusion. The moment Samir touches the disc, the game's interface hijacks the television. The digital world is no longer confined to a console. It is using the electronics in the room to exert control over the physical environment. A new prompt appears. "You missed one, player." This immediately reframes their escape. The system is identifying a specific vacancy in their group, turning their survival into an incomplete dataset. The screen begins displaying photographs of Mira that shouldn't exist. We see her standing outside, days before they met the stranger, and entering the laboratory long before the others arrived. These digital artifacts suggest that the game's influence predates the player's entry. By placing Mira in the simulation's history, the system transforms a missing friend into a potential threat. The door opens, and Mira walks into the room. She looks exactly like the girl they remember. Same uniform, same voice, and a look of genuine confusion as to why her friends are backing away from her. Mira acts as a Trojan horse. The horror stems from her own lack of awareness. She possesses the memories and emotions of a human being, unaware that she has been introduced as an agent of the system. As Mira approaches, the television begins a diagnostic scan. The flowchart shows the system attempting to classify her, with the data node bouncing rapidly between the human and digital designations. The logic loop eventually breaks. The system cannot reconcile her physical presence with its internal data, resulting in a permanent error state, status unknown. When the interface cannot distinguish between a person and a program, the boundary between the player's reality and the game's code begins to dissolve. Mira's presence suggests the simulation is now rendering itself in their physical space. Mira functions as a systemic virus. Because she appears perfect and believes she is real, she bypasses the group's instincts, infiltrating their circle without triggering the usual alarms associated with a monster. The television shifts its focus to Arjun, displaying a new overarching prompt, Player 0 detected. This designation changes the nature of the engagement. The first game was about enduring a hostile environment, but Player 0 suggests a foundational role within the simulation's new hierarchy. A mark appears on Arjun's palm to match this status. The previous crimson symbol of the player is replaced by a stark white geometric design that burns into his skin. The architect designation integrates Arjun into the game's structural code. He is no longer a guest moving through levels. His presence is now a necessary component of the simulation's logic. This realization changes the stakes for the protagonist. Arjun cannot simply find an exit and leave, because he has become part of the machine's operating system. The infiltration concludes with a violent shift. Mira speaks in a distorted voice, the second disc cracks open, and a black doorway tears through the center of the living room. Behind the doorway is Level 0. It isn't a ruin or a dungeon. It is a flawless, sun-drenched replica of their high school. Every locker is clean, every light is functioning, and the air is perfectly still. Environments can trigger the uncanny valley. This school is threatening because it is too perfect. It lacks the scuffs, dust, and human imperfections that define a real building. Level 0 subverts the expectation of horror by using mundane beauty. It forces the characters to enter a world that looks like their past, but functions with the cold, calculated precision of a computer program. A voice calls out from the end of the bright corridor. It's a familiar, casual tone, telling the group to hurry up or they will be late. Arjun freezes. He doesn't just recognize the voice, he recognizes the specific inflection. It is his own voice, coming from inside the portal. This creates a temporal paradox. The version of Arjun calling out is the one who first entered the game months ago. The simulation has preserved his original digital profile and is now using it as bait. The group has been lured into an environment designed to force a confrontation with their own discarded digital ghosts. The school isn't just a level, it's a mirror of their previous failures. The survivors have walked back into a system that has stopped reacting to their moves, and now it has begun to dictate them. Round 2 is no longer a game they are playing. It is a game that is playing them.